Coming up on Mastering Cosplay.
You say your mind runs wild in cosplay, so perhaps your mind runs a little bit wild with the fear as well. Are you afraid of what someone else might do or say?
I think it's more with what they would say.
Is it a religious thing? How do they feel about that?
The town we're in, it's very religious, unfortunately, because you get judged for having piercings, tattoos, what you wear.
Cosplay, the practice of dressing up as a character from a film, book, or video game. Do I know what it is? No way. But I'm ready to delve deep into the cosplay community and discover what inspires them. You'll learn words like fandom, closet play, mashup, and gender bending. I'm even contemplating dressing up in my first cosplay for Comic-Con, if I'm convinced. I'm Miles Cloutier, and if you want to be wowed, stick with me. Let's go.
I'm here in Pretoria to meet with Dee. She's created 8 characters completely from scratch. I'd really like to learn more about her creative process. Hi, Dee.
Hi, Miles.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Please come in.
Thank you. Wow, look at this dragon.
It's very nice, hey?
And I see your weapons.
Of course, yes.
Are these for home defense?
It's for cosplay.
Dee, what's your favorite thing about cosplay?
The dressing up. Getting into character.
What are the components of a character?
Oh, geez, there's so many. Probably the dressing up is like the thing.
Clothing?
The clothing, it's getting into the corsets, it's the fishnets, the face paint, the wigs. Love the wigs. And then your contacts. Contact lenses is a must.
Are they comfortable?
Very.
Are they?
Very, yeah.
Do you wear contacts normally?
No.
So you don't mind the colored contacts?
Sometimes it can like blur your vision that you get like tunnel vision, but you get used to it like in 2 seconds.
And why are you doing all this?
It's for the love of cosplay.
When you get dressed up, where does it go?
Oh, your mind runs. It goes everywhere. It goes everywhere. What if I could go out into town like this? You know, it's...
You say your mind runs wild in cosplay, so perhaps your mind runs a little bit wild with the fear as well. Are you afraid of what someone else might do or say?
I think it's more with what they would say, because they don't know cosplay. So, I mean, why would you want to dress up and go out into town? Like, who does that? Do you understand? Be a normal human.
Okay, if things were different, what would you do differently?
Well, can you imagine going shopping, doing your monthly groceries in a character? I mean, who wouldn't love that?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, why not? And then even your cashiers, if they are dressed up, that'll be great. That'll be so great.
It would add a whole different level to interactions with people.
Definitely.
Do you think regular people have got bored of regular interactions?
Yes.
And is that why you're doing this? Because you're bored of regular interactions in regular life?
Well, you have to make things fun for yourself, I suppose. So if you can zhoosh it up a bit, why not?
It's like a change in scenery, a change in character.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting.
No, it's very, very fun to do. But it can be intimidating as well, sometimes.
Yeah, and your friends and your family, have they given you any trouble?
Not at all. Not
They're
at all.
supportive?
Yeah.
Dee, can you tell me about your characters? Where do they come from?
They all come from my mind. It's like an open box.
What about the personality? Where's the personality coming from, Dee?
Their personality actually comes down from deep inside. Deep inside. She just comes out. And that's actually a personality that's, how can you say, people don't take to that kind of personality because you're very outspoken. So with the character, it makes it a lot easier to be that outspoken. Sometimes it comes out in me, myself, as well. But you can see people are like, why?
How many characters do you have?
I've got currently 8.
Those 8 characters, are the personalities the same?
No.
Are they similar?
Some.
A little bit.
A little bit.
And are they similar to you?
Yes.
Little aspects, or
Yeah, little aspects, yeah.
and are they like humorous, fiery, evil? What
Everything.
sort of
Everything you can think of. Everything.
like full spectrum?
Yeah.
Could you tell me about one of your characters on one end of the spectrum?
If I have to take Cyprus, Cyprus is the woman empowerment one. She stands for women and anything that goes for women. So she'll be dressed in a corset, but she also is, she's very hard. Like, you know, don't say to a woman she can't do that, basically. Then she'll show you.
Is that a masculine trait or a feminine trait?
I think it can fall under both. I think so. But, so that's what she is. She's the fiery one. And she's like the protector of women, if I can put it that way. And then if I take Pinch, she's all over the spectrum. Like, there's no boundary for her.
How would you describe her?
She loves sarcasm, so that's her trait. And being comical as well. But she's very lovable. Whereas the other ones, they're lovable, but they're not. You can relate to some of them.
Are they feminine characters, all of them?
Yeah. Very.
And so Pinch, you're going to show us today.
Yes, you're going to get Pinch today.
Why have you chosen Pinch today? Is it for my benefit?
Could be. I don't want to scare you off if you meet the other characters.
She's not the tough one.
No.
She's going to be easy to work with?
Yes.
Okay.
She tries to be tough, but she's not really tough.
Okay.
So she's not intimidating, nothing, whereas the other characters are a bit more intimidating as they get their point across.
Do you think Pinch is a lot like you?
Yes.
How so?
Well, with my sarcasm as well, Pinch comes out a lot of me, and I can relate to her a lot with what she does and how she does things and how she thinks and how she acts. It's things that I do in my real life, day-to-day basis.
And aside from how your look will change, do you think I'll notice that your personality's changed?
Oh, yeah. You become that character. It's amazing how you transform into that personality.
So, online, do you have negative reactions from people?
I've had bad comments before, and then it also puts you in a bit of a backseat that you don't want to film or record because of that negativity that you get, which is not nice because you're not doing it to get negative attention. Do you understand? You want to make people laugh. That's why you do it. It's the fun of cosplay. If I look at a cosplay scene, it's fun. And you have to see the humor in it. It's all about humor. So it's fun to do, but when you get that one or two comments, it does hit you a bit.
I want to ask you about all the hate directed at cosplay.
I think because people don't understand it. I think that's why. They don't understand it, period. They don't understand what it consists of and what you can do with it.
They think it's bad or evil.
Cosplay can go many directions. And I think that is why people are frowning on it, because you can go very dark with cosplay. So also when you do a dark character, you must not be geared for comments that you're going to get, that people won't understand what you're doing. So it boils down to that when you're in your character, being a dark character that you do, it's not you as the person. You're portraying a character. So it doesn't mean that you are dark yourself. It's just a character that you are doing. It's like comic books. It's just a character.
Do you think cosplayers can go too far?
I do think so, yes.
How so?
I would say for me there are limits, and also do it within reason. And it's on you. If you go too far, you must be geared for what you're going to put out there, what you're going to receive. So if you go very far, yeah, people do go far.
What are your limits?
To still look respectable, because I have respect for myself. So that's my limits.
What have you seen in cosplay that's too far?
Woo! A lot.
Is there lots?
A lot.
Like what?
A lot. Like, some will look, you get different personalities out there, granted, by all means. But some are just a lot more comfortable, which I understand in their own bodies. And I'm all for it. But it doesn't mean that we want to see it.
Is this like nudity?
Yes, they can bring nudity in it. And that is, I suppose, also a form of expression. But I won't say it is for the public.
Why do you think they're doing that?
I don't know. I don't know why they do that. It could be because they're so comfortable and they want to try out new things. That's what I think. But you need to have your limitations as well.
Does it get a lot of attention?
Yeah, it does. It does.
And perhaps it also gives cosplay a bad name.
In a sense, yeah, because it can revert to that people have that mindset, that it does give them the bad vibe of when you go dark, or that this person is more sexual and do more sexual content. But there has to be a limit when it comes to things like that.
When you get all dressed up in your characters, where do they go?
Mostly on TikTok.
Online.
Online, they go on the social media, mostly. But it would be nice to take them further than that and take them out into the real world.
I think we can go out into the real world. In fact, I would really like to take you out somewhere other than just in the car. Go somewhere in the car and then get out of the car and see what happens.
Coming up, we will see Dee's remarkable transformation. And with 35 days to Comic-Con, Brendan is showing us his progress. Terry makes a sword.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that.
And Tifu visits a designer who helps her incorporate her Venda fabric into the cosplay.
So you want to touch it with the leather material here?
Yes.
Wow.
So this is me.
And who are you now?
I am Pinch.
And tell me about Pinch. What does this character mean to you?
This is like the inner me. She's the inner me that comes out. Playful one, witty, sarcastic, friendly. But yeah, mostly playful character.
So you've developed your character from traits you have inside you,
Yes,
and then you express them.
yes. That's exactly it.
And did you start with this character?
I started with her, yeah. She built the channel.
So she is responsible for your online presence?
Yes.
And was it your first or the most successful?
It was the first one. So basically out of her, all the other personalities developed with all the other characters that came out of her. So she's basically the mama OC, if I can put it that way.
The original character?
Yeah.
She your favorite?
She's my favorite.
And is it because she's the closest to you?
I think so, yeah.
And the mother of all your others?
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
To see how they were born and developed out of her.
Now, the last time you went out in the car to the gas station, were you wearing this outfit?
Yes, I was.
And you drove there, someone filled up your car, you came back, got some stairs along the way, that was it.
That was it.
Now, I think we should try it again, but we have to do something and put yourself out there a little bit. What do you think?
Okay. Let's
Okay,
do it.
you give it a try? All right, let's
do
go.
it. For the real route, you
While cosplay is generally accepted and even embraced at some events, it's not uncommon for cosplayers to be met with negative reactions when they venture out into the wider world.
So here we are.
Heads do turn and eyebrows get raised, and sometimes they even get chased away.
Yeah, so I guess it's not going to work. Security is hassling us, and
Yeah.
So last time you saw me, we were busy putting together this little leather pouch right here. But as you can see in front of me and standing right here next to me, the costume has come quite far. So first of all, we've got the helmets. As you can see, probably the most instant change that you notice is there's now a paint job on this helmet. So that is what has changed to most of the costume pieces here. A lot of them all still need a lot of weathering to make them look aged and dirty and like they've seen a bit of battle. So that's what we're going to be doing a little bit later. But for right now, you can see this nice clean paint job that's on there. We've also attached the faceplates and installed the black visor, which is on the helmets. Next up, we have got the shoulder pauldrons here, which attach magnetically to the breastplate. And so what I really loved about this costume was the little bit of asymmetry going on with these pauldrons. They're not exactly the same on each side. They've each got a little bit of difference in them. So first off, we've got this piece here, which has almost got a little bit of a chainmail mesh to it. And so this was actually done with some non-slip mats, which I found at a little home accessory store. And I thought, you know, that's the perfect thing to give this texture. And it was just simply glued on and then dry brushed with some silver after being painted black. And it creates this really interesting, unique texture that really ties this costume together. The next pieces that I want to talk about with this costume is the breastplate. You will notice here that these layers are now quite distinct because of the different colors. So we've got a darker gray layer here, we've got a lighter gray here with a blue texture, and then we've got this white base layer, which is the similar at the back with white and darker gray. And so you'll notice here that I've also got this pattern here, which is a pattern that is completely unique to the character of Fives in the Star Wars universe. His unique patterns are this triangle shape on his breastplate, as well as this symbol here on his helmet. So really telling the story of this character Fives to differentiate him from any other clones in the Star Wars universe. This is Fives. And you will notice that the breastplate is attached with some buckles, some metal rivets, and some faux vinyl, and that is what ties this costume together. I decided to use the faux vinyl and buckles so that not only would these straps be functional, but they would also relate to the costume. They would tie in thematically, and it would all go well together as opposed to using elastics or Velcro or anything like that. I wanted these straps to look like they actually belong with the costume. The next thing we have on show is these spaulders or under pauldrons. And these are fairly simple pieces of armor which are designed to protect your bicep, and so they attach onto the breastplates up here, once again with buckles and some faux vinyl, some metal rivets, and then also these three little plates attached to them underneath here which have got a nice little bit of movement to them, so it's not all rigid and glued together, but it allows it to flex as the person wearing the costume is moving around. And then we've also got another faux leather vinyl here with some rivets and some buckles to attach it to the arm so that it can wrap around. Next up, we have a part of the costume that I absolutely love. When I decided that I was going to be building this costume and I was going to be making it, I was looking at the reference pictures and I saw that there was some chainmail in the reference pictures. And in the past, whenever I've done costumes that have chainmail, I've always kind of tried to fake it and go the easy route up, maybe using some mesh fabric that's sprayed silver or something like that. But for this costume, I decided that I was going to go all in and I was going to make some actual chainmail. And so you can see here that we've got some sleeves of chainmail that are attached to the grey undershirt. And so these are sleeves of chainmail in a Japanese 4-in-1 style pattern. And I think in total, it's close to about 1,800, 2,000 rings in total with the big ones and all the little small ones connecting it, which I think is going to be really cool walking around the convention. You're walking and you hear the chainmail, and I think it just adds into more of the story and that experiential narrative of you becoming the character. I was really happy with how this chainmail portion of the costume turned out.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We have an update on how my knee guards have gone from last episode. So a lot of trial and error, but I think we've worked out most of the kinks and I think they look pretty good. What I've done is I've attached them with a cross string back so it looks like a corset. I've attached them here so that when I move, my knees can actually still give a little bit. These are the thigh guards. The character had a little bit of armor over here, so we've just added that with some heated up EVA foam and glued it over the leather. I've added some darts here, and I have done some hand stitching over here and across here. My hands look like Swiss cheese by the time I was done, but they're all done. So now what we are going to do is start working on the sword. So I thought I had more or less finished the sword, but after speaking to Rory Ledger and showing him my sword, he says it's not big enough. And you know what? I think I agree with him on this one. It's giving too much toy sword, so I want to fix that. It doesn't help that it does this too. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. I salvaged these when some Tupperwares that we used to use for under my daughter's bed to store her toys broke. It's fantastic that they're see-through, so I can actually draw over it to make these bigger. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from here, and then that will give it a much bigger, longer blade. So now that we've got the shape, I'm going to cut this out. But I'm not going to use a Dremel with it because I've learned with this kind of plastic, it's not only very hard on my Dremel machine, but it's very hard on my shoulder and my arm. So we're going to use this red hot poker. See, we're burning through the plastic. Not terribly elegant, but I think it'll work. Okay, so now we've got this part here, which is going to sit flush in there. And then we're going to do the same on this side here.
Gonje, first of all, thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me.
I'm so happy to help you as well. I'm sure we're going to do an amazing dress or work.
I'm pretty sure, according to the sketch I sent you,
Yeah.
actually, I tried to make this one from my first sewing workshop that I did, and this is how it came out. It's not so bad, is it?
It's very nice. But what do you think if it's a red strings? If you attach with this red strings,
Okay.
would be more nicer.
Yeah.
Something like this or a longer.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would work because this is red, so it would go with the
The
skirt.
red, it's some touch of red.
Okay, so I wanted to incorporate my vendor culture into this skirt.
Yeah.
So I got this material that I think would work.
It sounds so nice. And
What
the
do you
material
think?
is so beautiful. Yeah. It's actually a good idea. So you want to attach it with the leather material, yeah?
Yes.
And then maybe like this so that it will go with your dress? Is that
Yes.
what you're thinking?
Yes, less is more. Something simple, something not complicated.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So we can do two choices, maybe one with some leather fabric and then one with the vendor culture material.
Yeah, that works. And then try the leather, because already we have the leather skirt, so I think it would be a bit, I don't know, we can see how, which one works.
Perfect, yes.
Okay, let's start.
Let's start.
Yeah, let's start. But I also liked it when it was on the side.
What do you think?
Oh, yes.
No?
Yes,
Yeah?
that could work.
Lisa Marie, cosplayer. How did cosplay start for you?
It started with me singing. After my dad passed away, I decided to start singing again because that's when he was proud of me. And in the competitions we have to dress according to themes. And we'd get 3, 4 to 7 themes a week that we had to dress up in a limited time. And one of my friends told me that I should try cosplay and go on TikTok. I did one video and I was like, no, I don't think this is for me because I didn't get a lot of views. And a couple of months later, I tried again, and I started by using all the filters that were on TikTok because I was still a bit scared of the makeup scene.
Okay. Why were you scared? Were you nervous? Were you shy?
I saw the bigger creators and the skills they had in makeup, and I was doubting myself a lot. I'm like, I'm not near their level. And I was extremely nervous, and I didn't know about the timing on TikTok, so I tried doing everything normal time where you have to slow things down. So my lip sync was off. It was just a horrible mess.
Makeup, it was your first time playing around with makeup.
Yes, it was my first time doing the makeup and going more into the cosplay.
What's your name online?
My name on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook is Chainsaw Lollipop.
And what is the Chainsaw Lollipop?
It is from a PlayStation 3 game called Lollipop Chainsaw.
Okay. And what was your first costume, outfit, character?
My doll character was the first cosplay I felt comfortable doing. I sat for 3 hours cutting little pieces of rope to make stitches on my face and sticking it with Prit because I didn't have latex.
Wow. With costumes and characters, what is the most interesting aspect or what attracts you to create a character?
For me, it's about how I'm feeling. It's to get that emotion out because somewhere somebody else is feeling that too. And as soon as you post that video, it tells that person they're not alone. There's somebody else feeling the exact same way. The way they're feeling is valid. They're not alone. And to help people just feel better about themselves.
Are you also developing a personality for your characters?
Yes, every character, some do more sad stuff, some do cute, cuddly stuff, some's more horror. So, yeah, it depends on my mood and what I'm feeling at that stage.
Let's talk about online and putting yourself out there. How does that make you feel?
It makes me nervous to a point because I'm scared of what people might think and if it's good enough. But then I think on the other side, if I can help one person, if I can make one person smile, that's all I need.
What does your family think about cosplay and what you're doing?
My mom encourages me all the way. She has always encouraged me. My husband in the start, he didn't know if I would get anywhere with it. But as I started growing, he started to believe me more and he actually started to stand by me. My mother-in-law is okay with it. She doesn't understand a lot of it.
If your mother-in-law is okay with it, you're doing all right.
I don't know what my brother and his wife think. I don't talk to them a lot and they don't talk about my cosplay, so I'm the black sheep.
What about your kids? What do they think?
Oh, my kids love it.
Do they?
My 8-year-old just wants me to go to school with full skull makeup and...
He wants to bring you to show and tell.
Yeah, going to a Christian school like that, not a good idea.
Oh, really? Is it a religious thing? How do they feel about that?
The town we're in, it's very religious, unfortunately, because you get judged for having piercings, tattoos, what you wear. Immediately. It doesn't matter who you are as a person, you get judged.
And do you consider yourself religious in your family?
After everything I've been through, I am.
So do you think cosplay and your religious beliefs, do they
To
clash?
me, it doesn't clash because it doesn't change what's in my heart. It doesn't change who I am as a person. But for other people, they think it does. But it doesn't change what I believe. I've been through enough to know.
Lisa, you've said you've been through a lot. Can you tell me some of the things that have happened recently that you're processing?
I first lost my little girl. She was 6 weeks old. I held her 8 minutes after she passed away. I was 8 minutes too late to say goodbye. Then, when I was pregnant with my little one, I lost my dad, my uncle, and my grandfather in a question of 6 months.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
So I had to deal with that through being pregnant in summer, and that caused my little one to be born with some health problems because of all that stress. So yeah, and that's just, the cosplay helps me to cope with everything that I've been through and get my emotions out and help others that really need it. Because you could be alone at 12 at night scrolling through TikTok and feeling in the darkest place, and one video could change that for someone.
And that's something you're trying to create for other people, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think with all the things you're not just doing one thing. You're not just dressing up in your house. I mean, you're challenging yourself to come up with new characters and new outfits, and your art and some of the costumes and makeup you're creating is like, you look like you're a real professional at this stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. But with that, with challenging yourself, putting yourself out there and your personality to deal with this nervousness or these feelings of anxiety you have, to putting yourself out there. And you won a competition recently, didn't you?
Yes, it was.
Could you tell me about that? That's which was this one?
It was the Medieval Fae Fair. It was my first ever cosplay competition that I entered. I was shaking so much I almost fell on the poor judges.
Did you trip over something?
No, it was literally from shaking. So, but I came first in that group and I came second overall. And there were so many amazing cosplayers there.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you.
With the medieval fair that you went to, is that the same as cosplay?
Cosplay consists of a lot of different categories. You get masked cosplay, that's people that do usually purge masks or any form of masks.
What's a purge mask?
Purge mask is those masks with the crosses over the eyes and the stitches over the mouths.
Okay, is it from a show or a comic or something?
I believe it's from a Purge movie. I'm not sure because
Purge movie, okay.
I don't do the Purge masks myself. I did it once or twice, but I've never watched that movie specifically.
Okay.
And some of my friends are members of Purge families on TikTok, so yeah.
Now tell me about your characters and the characters that you do. Are they from movies and shows and comics as well?
I've got one that's from a game, but the rest, they are usually a mixture of some of the characters that already exist, and some are just my own that I've come up with.
So you're doing original characters?
Yes, most of the time.
And what is game?
The game one is Nier Automata. She was the one when I started and I saw her. I thought if I ever go into the gaming side of the cosplay, I would love to cosplay her.
I would love to see that outfit. Could you put that on for me today?
Yes, I could.
Does it take you very long?
It'll take me about 25 minutes.
Okay,
it's the easiest one to do.
I've got time. That's not too bad. Wow. Transformation. Lise Marie is now...
Nier Automata B2.
And how have you created this outfit? Where did it come from?
I have a brother that's in the Netherlands from TikTok. He's not my real brother.
Okay.
He sent it to me as a gift.
And this is one of your outfits now?
Yes.
And is this the outfit you're wearing to Comic-Con?
Yes, it is.
Are you competing this year in Comic-Con?
No, I'm just going to go and see how it is. I know what to expect because it's going to be my first time being there.
Okay. Are you going to be going there all 4 days?
No, just the one day because it's quite the drive.
Okay. Are you looking forward to anything specific at Comic-Con?
I'm hoping to make friends that also do cosplay because as someone new in the scene, they don't tend to talk to me a lot. So I would like to make some friends that are here and that do cosplay as well.
Are you planning to meet with anyone in particular there already?
No.
Or are you just going to huddle around? Where's your zone in Comic-Con?
I'm just going to walk around, be myself, and hopefully make some friends.
So you've transformed yourself, and how do you feel now? Does it change the way you feel?
Yes, most definitely. It makes me feel more confident and better about myself because it's like I can hide how I'm feeling, I can hide my pain and make others smile. So it makes me feel better.
What has been your experience with the reaction from other people?
Some people like it, and some, unfortunately, are very, very quick to judge on cosplay. We get labeled as Satanists, and yeah, we get the bad end of the stick most of the times.
What do you think is the origin of the negativity that you can sometimes experience?
I think it's because most people don't understand that it's a form of art. It's a form to entertain people, make them smile, make them feel better. And I mean, if you see a kid's reaction, it's priceless. They see this person in a game or in a movie, and suddenly to them, it's that person showing up, and it's just smiles, and they're just so happy.
I really like what you're doing and why you're doing it. I think it's very pure and it's very positive. So I'd really like to know what you think I should dress up for Comic-Con this year.
Blackbeard.
Who's Blackbeard?
The pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Okay. Is he the baddie?
Yes.
And he has a
It's not-
beard?
the baddies are actually good guys in disguise.
Is it like reversed?
Yeah. The bad guys are actually good guys in disguise. Think about it.
And you have a full range of personalities, so you like to try different things.
Yes.
And who is this character?
This, to me, she makes me feel powerful. She makes me feel sexy, which I don't feel a lot because being a mom and, yeah, you don't feel that a lot. She just makes me feel better, stronger.
And you enjoy that?
Yes, of course.
How does it feel that people are watching you and looking at you?
It doesn't bother me, as long as it's making them smile and think.
Because you're definitely getting some attention here. You have people taking pictures over there.
Sure.
So most of the people that were asked to do this show, I mean, they say no, right? Because they're shy or afraid or self-conscious. So for you to even do it, I mean, you're like the minority, you know?
No, but I feel if people know what cosplay actually is, the judgment would stop and everybody could be themselves.
Yeah, I'm learning that there's like such a broad range of what you can do with it, right? From being a historical character and maybe like a history buff or something. You could be interested in politics or anime, you know, the art side of anime. And then some people have a business that they've developed out of it, right?
Yes.
So it's really quite interesting to me. But it's good if you have the opportunity to help other people. And I mean, certainly with your TikTok and the influence you have, it is significant. And I know you don't like me saying it's big and that you have big influence, but it is significant. I think you've had that success and you've had it quite quickly, which is really great. And I'm sure it's encouraged you.
Well, to me, the numbers don't matter. It's the difference that I make. That's what I'm trying to do.
How was it to be out as a character on the street as opposed to online?
Different, very different, but fun.
You're looking to develop yourself and challenge yourself, and I think it's a really good thing to do, so I'm glad you did it.
Thank you.
Thanks for the chat. I don't think a bus is going to come here.
I don't think so either. We better start walking.
I think so.
Okay, so I've already mentioned these pouches, but I've created a few more pouches for the costume. So these pouches are going to attach to the waist of the costume over here. So there will be 2 pouches on this side and a 3rd pouch on this side down there. And what I really like about these pouches is I've made them quite big and they will be functional. So when I'm walking around the convention, I will be able to keep my wallet in there, my phone in there, my keys in there, any little snacks that I want to bring with me. So I'm quite happy that I've made these pouches quite big and functional. And then there's also this smaller little pouch, which is going to attach to the breastplate up here. I'm not too sure what I'm going to keep in this pouch just yet, but it almost looks a bit like an old cell phone holder. Moving on, we have got the leg greaves here. So this is the only armor on the lower portion of the body, but basically how these pieces are designed is they are designed in 2 pieces with a little bit of Velcro. And I didn't mind using Velcro in this part of the costume because it's not really going to be seen by anyone. So we've got these pieces here with a zip, which I can zip around my leg, zip it up, and then pop the front cover on. And these all need to get a little bit of weathering, and the one on the left also has a bit of a torn fabric that gets wrapped around it, just to add a bit more of interest and asymmetry to the costume. Next up, we've got the gloves. And to make these gloves, I actually just got my hands on some standard grey leather workman's gloves, which I have then painted black and attached the little hand armor pieces to them. And they come on snugly like so. We've spoken quite a bit in the past about the sword and dagger that I'm building for this costume. And here we have got them all painted up with some lovely faux leather wraps on the handles. These also need a little bit of weathering, but you can really see these props starting to come to life. And that is the state of the costume so far. We've still got quite a bit of work ahead of us, but I am confident that we are going to get this costume done in time for Comic-Con Africa 2022.
So ordinarily when you're doing cosplay, you would have a heat gun, but I don't have one. So a very, very hot hairdryer will do the trick. Sort of worked. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a glue gun and we are going to lay on a lot of glue. Unfortunately, a lot of cosplaying is hurry up and wait. You just gotta like sit around and be patient. I'm gonna reinforce it a little bit, but first we're gonna lift it just slightly. I don't want it to peel away, but we're gonna do all of the glue here. Loads and loads of glue. Do not be shy with the glue. I don't have to worry about it being flawless. That's the great thing. In fact, I'm going to be adding some weathering to it as well, so it looks even more battle damaged. So after a lot of melting and warping and everything, I have finally added the extra blade part. We're keeping it rough. We're keeping it with all of these like kind of marks in it and jagged bits because it's not supposed to be a perfect sword. Mr. Ledger's exact words were, it needs to look battle damaged, and I think we've accomplished that. I'm concerned now about this bit here, a lot of glue showing, and I think even with a coat of paint, that's not gonna look good. So we're gonna take now some foam, and we're gonna cut a nice little design, and we're gonna put it over this, just to hide all the glue and everything, and then we're gonna coat it with some primer, and then we're gonna paint it. This is basically foam clay that it comes in this like almost Play-Doh kind of form, and we're gonna mold it. You can mold it to pretty much anything you want, and it will dry in a nice light foam. Now that we made a little bit of progress on the sword, I want to change these little pieces here that are already existing from the toy sword. I want to turn these into more like feathered wings. So we're gonna play around with some crazy clay and see if we can make those look a little bit more like wings. The nice thing is they already look like spread out, so all I have to do is actually just put some crazy clay over and just mold it to look more like feathers. Now that we've added some crazy clay to the details here, I'm going to be going in with some tools and making some more details to make them look like feathers. And then once it's all dry, we can decide how it's going to be painted. But I'm very happy with how it's turned out so far. And we've recycled materials, so win-win.
Yeah, I think I like the idea. What do you think? So that this just comes on the side.
The skirt is done, so only we're gonna sew that part?
Yeah, let's do the sewing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I love it. I mean, it's nice and simple. Less is more.
And so many ways to wear as well.
And I love the vendor touch.
Yeah.
Definitely, I need to wash it and iron it.
I just like the fact that it's simple.
Nice and simple.
Nice and simple.
Less is more.
Perfect.
I wish I could show a bit of skin, but I can't. But it's fine. Thank you so much.
It's been great to meet both Lisa Marie and Dee, who despite any negativity from society, they've really excelled and developed their characters online and done tremendously well with social media. Now this year, they're taking their new cosplay characters to Comic-Con for the first time, really to have their debut. So I look forward to seeing them there.
Cosplay lingo for today. OC, original character. OC is a term in the cosplay world which stands for original character. Cosplaying an original character means that you're cosplaying a character that you've created yourself. Canon, a word to describe something that is true to the original story. In cosplay, things considered canon are basically considered true to the original character.
So these doctors must not have had a very good reputation.
They had a very mixed reputation. People would see them as their only hope when they had the plague, and when people did not have the plague, they would see the doctors as an omen of death.
Voila!